Well, good morning. I have the ambassador on the line with me, and his face is not going to be showing up right now. You're only going to be seeing the coat of arms or perhaps other images that we'll put up later after the talk. You're going to be hearing his voice, and he's going to be answering some questions. I've been talking with the ambassador now for about 2 months, and we probably talk almost every day. I think there might be some days that we miss, but not too often. And we're starting at 5:55 a.m. my time, because 5:55, he's been telling me, is what the Dragon family sees as overcoming the 666 or the darker influences. We're going to begin with the question, very simple question: who or what is the Dragon family?
Good day, Ron. And I will give you a short explanation of this, what is the Dragon family, okay? The Dragon family, it's a word which has been called to these different royal families and different bloodlines from different parts of the world for a very long time. It goes back to the history where basically it can go to even so far as in the Bible things as back to this time of the serpent and some other things that is related to the different bloodlines coming out of that in some mythology. And also, of course, in some cultures, the dragon is also a sign of power and luck. Okay. And, the dragon has different type of what's called meanings for different cultures. Okay. But these dragons, for example, you have different colors. Okay. You have the white dragons, which is representing a certain area, a certain part of the family. And you have black dragons, you have a red dragon family, you have a lot of green dragons, you have also the golden dragon. So it's a lot of different colors of dragons representing positions in the lineage and also authority and the certain assets. Okay, and but these dragons is also not to be confused with tongues, which is another word for like triads or yakuza or mafia people. They also use dragon imagery and dragon words, but we have nothing to do in that regard with being related to these particular families, even though that they are connected in the whole world structure with the system in its whole. Okay, but particularly you have a like we talk about the red dragon family of the red dragon, which is mainland China, and also you have also red dragon families, which is part of the European bloodline. And we should not mix these particular things, but all the fact is that what we are representing is the Asian royal families, and so and that means basically all of them, even if it's families from China or Japan, Korea, Indonesia or Philippines or Middle East or Europe. So the council basically, or Russia, represent all the different dragons, all the different colors, and in reality we are one and same family. Unfortunately, that maybe we don't all share the same opinions, but in reality we are the same family of humanity. And what we need to do is to work for the better of humanity. And the solution for that, I believe, is the concept of 555. When people take the responsibility for their own actions, it's nothing which is evil or bad. It's what you create which is evil and bad. We should stop hiding behind the thoughts and ideas that is the devil and demons that is doing all the negative things. In reality, we are the one creating evil on the planet, and that's a part of our free will. Basically, we are the creators. If we want to do evil, if we want to do good, basically it's up to us. That's why we need a global awakening which would set people in humanity free. When people realize that they are free, they do not need to submit themselves to this tyranny that unfortunately we have been seeing now for so long time.
Well, let me just move on to the next question, because you're actually getting into some of that now. What is the Dragon family's vision for humanity at this time?
The vision for humanity is that humanity needs to stop aggressing on each other. We need to stop being a parasite on the planet. We need to stop being a parasite against other humans. We need to stop enslaving humanity. And the only way we can stop that is by people globally stopping to assist the dark side, which we can call 666, or the cabal, or whatever word we want to call them, or the corporates. We need to stop them. And the only way to stop them is not by cooperating and supporting them. The support that we see today is, we are accepting whatever the media is telling us. We're calling people terrorists. We're calling people, freedom fighters. We're calling people good and evil. We're calling people, Muslims, Christians, Jews. And I think for over 2,000 years, Christianity, which comes out of a peaceful mind and teachings of Jesus, has become the biggest tyranny on the planet. And in reality, we have all these opposites all the time when people are stating that, we have, this Muslims or this Jews or this Nazis or this people and communists or whatever type of things we label people, is just to create a difference between each other and create a negative and positive. In reality, we're all humans. We're all under the same God. Whatever religion people belong or believe to, I think that all the teachings has come to all religions on the planet. Unfortunately, humans has created these religions that we see today and have been used to control people and enslave people's mind and create wars. We need to realize that even if we are Muslims or if we are Christians or if we are Jews, we are all humans. We all have the same type of blood. We all have families. We all have the right to live on this planet. And no one has more rights than others. And unfortunately, we have been having this situation where the world has been, enslaved by a mindset of we and them. Okay. And now the situation is that we are all on the planet. Okay. And we cannot escape this planet. We need to live with each other. We need to coexist. We need to stop thinking patriotic. We need to think globally. We need to think that it's basically one humanity, one planet. And we all need to clean up this planet from all the dirt that we have been creating. And also we need to clean our minds away from this mindset of bad and evil and blame it on some evil entity that doesn't in reality exist. We are the creators of evil. And if you kill someone, this family, of course, will never accept submission to whatever things you are doing. We need to try to win people's heart by acting in a positive manner. If you want to be a Muslim, act as a Muslim. If you want to be a Christian, act as a Christian. If you want to be a good Jew, act as a good Jew. If you want to be a Buddhist, act as a good Buddhist. If you want to be a Hindu, be acting as a good Hindu. But respect other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Respect other people's faith and do not try to enforce your opinions or force your religion on other people. So we need to stop this type of mindset, and that mindset needs to be revealed. Yes, what's called the science has been cleared. The signs are here for a big change. The people that has been elected and appointed and the prophecy has been made is coming. But we do not need to create the prophecies of world wars. We don't need to create the prophecies of Antichrist. We don't need to enforce God to reveal the Messiah or the Imam Mahdi or whatever type of entities that people want to think that they will save them. The only savement that world will have is them realizing that they have a free will and that they are the root of good and evil. We cannot sit and be like a sitting bystander who is sitting and complaining that why is the world not changing when we ourselves are not ready to change. Okay, So we need to change. And when we are changing globally, you basically, the humanity will be set free. But as far as we are sitting in the position as we do today, and as bystanders complaining and whining, and continue to accept anything that is told to us, and continue to aggress on others, we will not find peace in humanity. And this is what we need to do, is to find that these entities, has been fooled in the past, that has been running the world by disinformation. They've been living in a way that they're highly spiritual beings, but at the same time, the people that is coming to giving them the updates and giving them the information, sometimes giving disinformation.
Yeah.
And because of that, we have seen a lot of wars, we have seen a lot of negative things on the planet. And now it's time for setting humanity free, but the humanity also need to wake up and realize that they are free. And do not need to be submitted to these corporations and these evil entities. And this is a message also to the people that works in law enforcement, that works in media, that works in different things. Stop aiding and abetting these evil entities. Stop assisting them, okay? You can sit and wait for someone to do your work, but you have a work. Your work is to arrest criminals, so you arrest them. Do not sit anymore as a bystander hoping that someone else will do it for you. We need to do it ourselves, okay? This is what the people need to realize. If we want to change, we all have to change. If people want to arrest people, okay, very good, do it. All these people, all these politicians, all these leaders are highly criminal. There are psychopaths and sociopaths, okay? And these people need to be dealt with accordingly. And people say that, oh, why is things not changing? And why is not things happening? Yes, it's happening. Just open your eyes. Your media will not maybe tell you the whole truth, what's happening in the world. But, really things are happening and things are changing.
So the biggest obstacle then you see to having a world of peace is because our mindset, our attitude has been programmed almost to pit us against them, and to create the warfare inside of humanity, so that we become, instead of peaceful, we become warring, and we need to overcome that mindset. That's the obstacle that stands in the way. Is that the way you see it?
Yes, that's the way, unfortunately, it is. Because the only thing that we see on media, okay, is the stories about the Benghazi scandal, the stories about Ukraine, the stories about ISIS, about Iraq, about we need to solve these military problems with more military problems. We need to fix the problem with Syria by killing more people. We need to solve all our problems that we think that we can solve this by war. We need to wage a war against stupidity. We need to wage a war against ignorance. And the only reason the world is doing wars is because of the ignorant mindset of the masses accepting these criminals, in supporting and aiding them in their criminal behaviors. Okay? Now you see, for example, you can look at the fact is that you have all these different organizations. If people are talking about, ISIS, talking about Al Qaeda, talking about, all these different terrorist organizations or Muslim extremists and so on. Look and wake up. These people are sponsored by the cabal.
Yeah.
They are all cabal agencies. They do not care about religion. They're not Muslims. They need to wake up and realize that, unfortunately, they are not Muslims. If they would follow Islam, they would not kill other people. They would not wage wars against others.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, but the problem is that the problem is not the Muslims. The problem is us. The problem is Europe. The problem is United States, is Israel, who is behind and sponsoring and waging all these wars. But
And the European Union is in there too.
Yes, of course. I mean, just look at Ukraine as a good, possibility. We have a foreign minister of Ukraine calling the Russians subhumans. We are supporting and aiding Nazis. Okay. And that we're, suddenly you're having Al Qaeda people coming up and raping and slaughtering people in Ukraine. would you think that Putin would be the person supporting this type of atrocities against his own people? I doubt it. You look at, for example, Putin, probably one of the only Christian leaders on the planet. He is protecting humanity, has been protecting humanity for many, many years. He is a family person, and he is also a loyal servant to the concept. And at the same time, you have all these European and American leaders trying to demonize him and making him as a Hitler entity. In reality, they are the ones that come from that breed. They are the ones, the creators of Nazism. They are the ones that are created of communism. They're the ones created of terrorism. They're the creator of all evil on the planet. But humans need to accept and realize and wake up that it's no we and them. We're all humans. We all have a right to live on this planet. We all have a right to have our own religions. And we all have a right to survive. It's the same thing as poverty. There's no reason for poverty on the planet. Now, we mistake that people are saying, oh, when will the funds will be released? The funds will be released.
Well, that's my next question. You're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
My question was, is the Dragon family in charge of the collateral accounts we've heard so much about?
Yes, they are in charge of that, and it's a structure about it. We will go much deeper into that when I'm in a much more secure location. But, they are the ones that are what we could call the custodians of these assets. Okay, the owners of these assets is humanity in whole.
Yes.
Okay? And in reality, is a lot of blood that has been shed, creating all this wealth. And so we need to deal with this wealth in a respectful manner to the people that created this wealth, and sacrificing their life and time and hardship. And we need to respect that. And that's why we cannot just release funds and let it come in the hands of evil entities and be used for more war and more segregation and more problems. The mind of the people needs to be ready. The people need to be ready to be able to do this. We need to, it's like what we see, I discussed this with you before, Ron, is about the fall of communism, for example. The aftermath of the fall of the communism was a lot of criminality, prostitution, mafia organizations, and a lot of problems, internationally, caused by people suddenly become free. This is what you see in all these Arab countries too, that people, had a dictator that kept them in order, and suddenly, there were, this control was left, and suddenly, things goes wild, because then the cabal can go in and sponsor different type of groups and support them to do atrocities, and suddenly the whole place is unstable, and instability creates money for them and create misery for humanity. And this is what we need to stop, because the problem is this way: you have a lot of good people in all countries around the world who joined the forces of the military or police officers or whatever, they do in a good attention. But also, if you have a lot of people that are evil, that search themselves this type of works so that they can oppress other humans. Okay. But the thing is that what I'm calling is to the people to wake up, and calling the people to take responsibility for their own actions. If we want to solve these problems, for example, all around the world, the best way to solve this problem is not to interact anymore and support, aid this type of mindset. Okay, and the transaction we need to do slowly, step by step. Okay. And, by rest assured, but we are at the stage when I think that when we solve these problems with certain individuals, we will be able to set the world free, and people will experience the freedom of electricity, the freedom of technologies, and saving humanity from different diseases created by man. And when people say that, oh, it's too much humans on the planet, no, we have a lot of space on the planet. Let's work together and clean up this place and make it as much more peaceful and prosperous place to live in.
The resources in these collateral accounts, of course, that you said that belongs to the people. How will that be distributed? Will it be distributed? Will people? Are we reaching a point where people will be at least guaranteed that their basic needs will be met without struggle? And then funding creativity for mass projects and stuff like that to uplift humanity? What's your vision? How do you see that rolling out?
No, the vision is quite clear. We need to create an international trade situation. We need to create works. We need to create infrastructure. We have all these technologies and futures advanced that we need to work together to, survive through all the natural catastrophes that is on the coming. We need to be able to work and together. And the funding is there for to set the people free. But it's like also like I said, it's that many times is that people, they like to think that, I'm gonna get $6 million now in my account, and after 1 week you basically spend all this money on cars and other things, and suddenly you don't have any money anymore. What we need to do is to sustain a good living quality for all humans on the planet. We cannot favorize one country and one continent over another continent. We need to disperse these funds equally to humanity, and we need to bring people in the proper pace into the new era. We have a time on us to do this, and we need to work together to succeed to do this goal. And also it's the same thing, is the mindset people is talking about, redemptions, and they're gonna, living in disillusion that they're gonna have hundreds of billions. We know that these corporations and governments and 666 would never allow this type of wealth to be given to an opposite power than themselves. We need to, abstain or a better living standard, and that everyone should be able to contribute and develop themselves into the full potential. Okay. Now we're talking about capitalism. Yeah, capitalism is good as long as we have a system that protects our people. So we need to build the protection system, but at the same time, people will be able to contribute and create their own future. But we need to give them the possibility to create a new future for themselves. That's what is the problem today. The problem is that if you are from a lower caste, if you are from a poor background, you will never be able to get out of that ditch. We need to make it possible for everyone to be able to live up to the full potential. And also the full potential is not to have 5 yachts and a skyscraper and all this different type of wealth. That is not happiness. That is not freedom. Happiness is the freedom when you don't need to worry about surviving day to day. That if you get sick, you will be able to be treated for it. If you have problems, you will be able to be supported. If you lose your money, you will be able to have money to sustain yourself and to have a prosperous future for yourself and for your children. And that is what we need to create, and this is what we need to build up. Not just to give them money, because if you just give money to the whole world, 6 million, the prices of things will just be going up. And, suddenly everyone, you can just imagine if everyone on the planet would drive around in Bentleys. What would that, what would that do to, the nature? We need to, go in the natural path in changing the mindset and changing the future and the people step by step, and creating a good future for us that we all have a potential to have and to live in. And it's not like I know that a lot of people would love to say that I would like to have all these millions given to me, but it's the same thing. Is that if you look at the mindset, is that if you give it to all humans, everyone can buy a Bentley, everyone can buy a mansion, everyone can have this. So what makes you special? Okay, what happens after that? Okay, we need to go out to a more higher spiritual mindset of setting ourselves free, to communicate, to live in peace, and to enjoy yourself and cooperate with each other. Okay, and everyone should be having a potential to have whatever they want to have in life, but you also have to contribute to get it too. And if you don't, this is also the problem that many people doesn't understand. When you're getting free gifts all the time you get free things from people, what's happening is that you don't learn to manage it. When you build something up, okay, you care for whatever you build up. You don't want to ruin it. But if you just get it and you're gonna get it again, then you don't care about the gift that was given to you. You don't appreciate the gift given to you. But you will receive the greatest gift that can be given. That's to live in peace with your family, to be able to reach the potentials that you can do, and that you don't need to worry about and being enslaved to a system that enslaving you. And you cannot see your children because you have to work all the time to be able to sustain a living. And that's why the children becomes like they become today, because they have no parents. Why they don't have parents? Because people don't have time to live. So
Yeah.
what we need to do is to give fun to people, that they will be able to do their work and contributions to society as its whole, but at the same time having possibility to spend time with their families, to be able to live their life and to reach a greater spiritual potential. Okay.
Yes, one of the things that I get asked all the time is, what can I do? What I'm going to ask you, what is expected? What do humans need to do? What can humans do to help contribute to this vision right now in the situation we're in the world?
By stop aiding and supporting these criminal people. Do not support. Stop living in this illusion about two parties in America. Stop living in the illusion of democracies in Europe. Stop living in this illusion of bad and evil. Start realizing that you are the one taking the decision for the future of humanity. You have to contribute to the humanity in whole by not cooperating and not doing evil. So if someone asks you, what can you do to help? If you can help by doing work, if you can help by supporting, if you can help by doing your job and arresting criminals, if you can do your work by not aiding and abetting stupid mindset, and to wage a war against stupidity, I think that if everyone would be educated, if everyone would be enlightened on the planet, we would not have any problems of terrorism. We would not have any problems of any problem. That's just like an old Christian scholar once said, was that the biggest mistake the church ever did was to translate the Bible into different languages. Because now people really realize the message instead of listening to what people told them. Now, the thing is, the same thing here is that what we need to do is that people need to be enlightened, need to realize. It's like when you're born into a faith, you're born into be Christian, you're born into be a Muslim, you're born into be a Jew or a Buddhist or a Hindu. I inspire people to study the books. I inspire people to read the Torah. I inspire people to read the Bible, to read the Quran, to read the Veda, to study the different type of scriptures, realize what people are. Try to educate yourself about other cultures. Try to educate yourself in other humans. Try to see the truth. Stop living in this imaginary world of threats and fear. Set yourself free.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I appreciate that. The last thing that I want to ask, I know you have an appointment that you need to get to in a little over a half an hour, so we have somewhat of a limited time frame. But you contacted me through Alex a couple of months ago, and we've been talking, as I said at the beginning, pretty regularly. And you've indicated that the family is watching me for some reason. What drew the family's attention to me? I mean, how did you come across me?
What happened was that we received an attention about you a while back, and we start studying you, as well as we studying all the other people, whatever group they call themselves, whatever group they try to represent, even if it's people claiming representing dragon families, or people representing other organizations and entities and trusts and so on. And we were watching the Swiss Indo situation and observing and see what was happening over there. But the main reason why we turned to communicate with you is because of one thing, is that the family see that you have a genuine opinion, that you have a genuine heart, and that you are not ashamed, let's say that word, to tell the truth, okay, and to expose yourself to put forward what is in your heart, okay. And that is what is the problem. The problem is that when you have Snowden revealing that things that we all know for a long time, that they're listening into our mails, watching our phones and all things, this create a fear mongering in all type of people, because everyone think, oh, what do they know about me? Or maybe I cannot rise against them because they know that I'm watching a porn, or I'm I have some wicked small behavior, or maybe I took a photo of myself naked once, and maybe they will use this, and maybe I made an opinion at one point of time that can be used against me. So someone can call me an anti-Semite, or someone can call me a terrorist, someone can call me whatever word they want to slander people with when you want to say the truth. Okay. Now the important thing here is that you came out in a pure way, is telling the way that you experienced it, and you involved with an open mind, which most people do not have. And so that's why we are thinking that's why we interact with you. That's why we, for the first time, is also coming forward to communicate with humanity in a way that is not done, because we have Benjamin Bedford, which would give his reports, which entertain some people's mindsets. We have Neil Kamen trying to do his work and trying to do his different things. Let him do his work. Let him try to do whatever, and I wish him all success with whatever he does. And same thing with all the people that wants to set humanity free, and the same thing as with with all this different trust, even if it's light workers or other strange entities that people have a problem maybe understanding. And same thing with Susindo. I mean, the attention was well, even if whatever the result becomes in the future, that's up to God, or is up to the family and himself. He makes his own future. But do not aid and bed, and do not cooperate with these entities that doesn't want good for humanity. If these people want the good for humanity and are really ready, willing, and able to change, we need to see performance. We need to see that it's not just talk, that is also actions, and that and as long as people is going around with this warmongering hate speeches and wanting to wage wars on humanity, and cannot keep themselves to the truth. What I'm also telling to the people, and this is a recommendation, research your information. Research, don't take things for granted, okay? Everyone wants to be the unique person, okay? I do not want to sit and claim that I am this, I am that, and so on and so on. You people will see, okay? When the time is ready, you will see. The main important thing for me is that the mission will come true, that humanity will be set free, and that people will be having prosperous lives, and that we will have peace on the planet. That's what we want to have. That's my mission. My mission is to help humanity, and that's what is my service. I am a servant to the system, okay? But I'm not a person that is a servant to an enslavement system. We want to set people free, and we want people to realize their own potentials. And by doing that, I recommend people to educate yourself. You have an internet still working. You can do some research. Research as much as you can about different religions, about different people. And also be aware of deception, okay? Because deception is what 666 represent, or in Arabic called the Dajjal, or the Antichrist. This is, is basically the deceiver, or the serpent. Basically, this is the split tongue. You tell that you come with peace, but you wage wars. You come with freedom, but in reality, you create prisons. You come with money to people, but in reality, you create poverty. We need to change the mindset of the people. When people's mindset are changing or waking up and do not cooperate anymore with this enslavement system, we all will be able to be set free. So it's up to all of us, and when time comes, and we all will see the truth, and the people, and that is working from the top to the bottom, is doing hard work, is struggling for humanity, is serving humanity. Of course, we have bad and good people in every organization on the planet, because that's humanity. And we try to clean up and get ourselves cleansed from demonic influences. Okay, and what I talk about demonic influences is basically our mindset of greed, our mindset of egoism, our mindset of power, we need to set ourselves free from these mindsets. And when we do that, then we will be able to have a greater humanity. And that's what is our mission. And I believe that you have an important part, Ron, in that, to assist people to set free. You know, it's in our discussions that we had many times. I have my opinions about people, and I hope and wish all people the best of luck. I hope that all people will do their work, but we need to work together. Doesn't matter which color of the dragons we are. Doesn't matter which families are, or humanity, or leaders. We need to do what is right. If we see war criminals, politicians, and other type of people around the world doing improper things, we need to take them out. We need to remove them. Okay. And you always talk about greater and smaller evils. As long as it's evil, we need to remove it. It's a cancer, and this cancer needs to be removed. Okay. And one day, what we will do is that we go later in a step, when the time is ready for humanity, we will expose secrets of the secrets in a time-worthy measure, and you will be gradually being exposed to the different type of people in the back scene, and the humans will be able to see it too. But everything will be a gradually process. We should not overwhelm the people in the first discussion.
Yeah, I totally agree. And our next discussion, you will probably be in China,
Yes.
and you will. I assume you're going to have the Red Dragon with you at that point in time,
Yes.
or maybe not.
Yes. We will be having a direct communication in the near future with them. You're gonna see meet some of the old guard that used to run the system. You can also see some of the new guards when the time is ready for that. You understand? But things needs to be done in a timely measure that we don't face too much opposition and problems from people. Okay, and people needs to from now on wake up and not cooperate with evil. And if you see people doing criminal things, you need to put a stop for it. You need to set a stop. If you see a person being beaten up on the street, you need to intervene, not wait for someone else to stop it. And this is the thing which is important, is that we as human beings need to interact and stop evil, do not support wars, do not support deception, understand we're all humans, and understand that we all have a future together, and we have one planet, and don't destroy this planet, because where we're supposed to go. So let us all work together for one humanity, and set us all free.
Well, I thank you very much for taking the time and talking with me about these things. And this is the first of what will hopefully be quite a few videos of helping people to see the bigger picture and to maybe adjust our mindset so that we can create what we want instead of more of what we don't want. That's really an important message, and of course, I knew the answers to some of these things before, but now I've given you the opportunity so that you can share that with the world and everyone can hear what you've been sharing with me for the past couple of months. So thank you, and we will be in further communication, of course, as we have been. And I look forward to you having a safe trip to China, and look forward to our next conversation from the mainland, or from Hong Kong anyway.
Yes. We will do that. We will do that, and also we will go through all many different things in the future to assist people, and and like I said, the truth will be shown, and by our actions, not by our promises. Okay.
Oh, I like that. People are tired of only promises.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. And I'm going to say namaste, and you have a wonderful day. And I'm going to end the recording right now. Do you have any final word?
And my final word is that may everyone be blessed. that listen to the show, and let the word being spread. And I hope and expect changes in all humans, so that we can move forward to release these funds to humanity.
Thank you very much.